Hello America! We are back to cooking. A lot of people are asking me what happened to all the cooking videos. Well, I was on a bit of a diet and I didn't do a lot of cooking. Did a lot of fasting, and when you didn't fast, I'd eat simple things like a ham sandwich or something, and a few snacks and things like this. I didn't eat big meals for the most part, so I didn't do a lot of cooking. So people were wondering, when are you gonna do another cooking video? Well, today. So I was going to talk to you a little bit about this, and I don't want to wear you people out on intermittent fasting. You want to watch trucking videos and stuff like that, and traveling videos and all that. So this isn't. I'm not going to go all in depth on that stuff right now. But this is a cooking video, so we're going to talk about food and what kinds of food. So when you do the intermittent fasting, everybody, people have asked me, what do you drink? Well, coffee. I drink just regular Folgers coffee. I brew it in the morning with just regular Mr. Coffee brewer. And I used to put sugar in, and then I thought, no, I better cut off on sugar, so I started using Sweet and Low. So here's Walmart's great value, cheap, the generic Sweet and Low. And as you notice, I dug it out of the trash. I squished it down in the trash, and that's where it's going. I'm not eating any of that. I'm not eating that stuff anymore. That's one of the things about the intermittent fasting and all the different things about the diet, or the nutritional chart that the government has put out for years, and all these companies have went by, and all this, recommendations. You remember your pyramid, and what I've kind of learned is that pyramid is exactly upside down. Everything that was at the top, all like meat, red meats and whatever was at the top, that actually ought to be at the bottom. That should be your staple. All your grains and carbohydrates should be toward the top, and it's just everything has been reversed. Everything that they pulled is about nutrition has basically been backwards. So I don't want to get into that so much. If you really want to watch that stuff, watch like your Ken Berry and your Eric Berg and all those. Watch those doctors, and they'll explain that stuff so much better than I can. I'm trying to get the word out about those guys. Go watch them. You'll understand a lot better. Somebody had me watch a movie. I can't remember who it was, but they asked me to watch a movie on Netflix called The Magic Pill. Very good movie. You gotta go watch it. Watch it all the way through. There's segments of it that were kind of boring and whatever, but if you watch it all the way through, you get a better understanding of things. That is, if they're right. Who knows if they're right or who's right, who's wrong, I don't know. But from what I understand of this keto diet and all this kind of stuff is, we started out as, many thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of years ago as cavemen and all this, and they ate meat, okay? It wasn't until the agricultural got into it, we started eating grains, okay? And it wasn't until the Industrial Revolution where we had the means to grow a lot of grains. Now, will grains kill you? I'm not 100% on board with all these keto stuff where, oh my God, don't eat any carbs, okay? The problem is we eat too many of them. We eat way too much carbs. There's a lot of healthy people out there eating the regular, what we'd call the American diet, and they're fine. Okay, it's when you start eating too much of stuff, and that's obvious. You eat too much of anything, you're going to get sick. It's not going to be good for you. You drink too much alcohol, you're going to get drunk. You eat too much ice cream, you're going to get fat. It's just obvious. So anyway, I'm going to quit preaching on that. It's kind of preachy, I guess. What I wanted to go through was some of the things I eat real quick. Some of the things I've changed over from eating. I used to come back here after a hard day at work driving. I'd come back here at 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night, and I'd sit at the computer and edit your videos for you. And I'd always want to have something to munch on. I was just a snacker, always snacking. And the things I would snack on would be cheese and crackers. Okay, Recognize these? And I would eat these kind of crackers and stuff, and or I'd get chips and salsa. So I get salsa. Salsa's not bad for you, well, you know, as far as the keto carbs and everything. It doesn't have a lot of carbs in it. It's got a couple, but not much. It's the chips, the corn chips, that were bad for you. And eating as much as the volume that I ate. I ate a lot of them. So you'd pack it on, you know. So anyway, I've quit eating that stuff. Now, I have a box of this still up here. Okay, I got this tube plus a whole nother box up here. I'm not going to throw them away. I will eat them over time, but I'm not going to buy any more. Okay, it's another thing. I've got things like Pop-Tarts that I bought a long time ago. I bought a whole big box of them, and in the value box, cheaper that way. You're going to eat them, and they're preserved forever. That's the problem. They're preserved forever. It's not natural food. It's anything that lasts a long time on the shelf, you probably don't want to eat, because you want fresh, I guess. I don't know. I want to get into all that. Like I said, there's other people who can talk more about that, but I've changed a lot of the way I've eaten. Now, like I said, I will still eat a meatloaf and mashed potatoes. It's not like I'm going to go whole hog and eat nothing but keto, but it has helped me a lot. I mean, I've lost a lot. I still got weight to go here. I've still got weight to go, but it has helped me. So what okay, I did the crackers and salsa and chips and things like this. I'd sit there and munch on them at 11 o'clock at night, and then I go to bed at midnight, and where does it go? Right here. Might as well just put this right in here like this, So that's that. I'm not buying this stuff anymore. I drink coffee in the morning. I brew a pot of coffee. This is one pot. Okay, there's one of these and there's two of these in here. Okay, so basically a whole pot of coffee. And I drink that throughout the day with no sugar and no sweet and low, no sugar substitute at all. It's black coffee. And I got used to it. I didn't like it at first. I'm like, ugh. It didn't take me long. And now I prefer it. So I drink coffee. When the coffee runs out, I come back and my hot water in the truck is heated by the engine. So this water is really, really hot. It's like 160, 170 degrees, okay? And I can come back here and get a pan, get me some water and tea, okay? And I'll make black tea, I haven't bought any yet. I will probably buy some green tea next time. But right now, this is just your regular Lipton black tea, okay? I brew that, and I drink that throughout the rest of the evening, and along with water. And I used to buy water in jugs. I still do for my coffee. Coffee tastes different with different kinds of water. The exact same coffee, but if you use water from this town versus water from that town, it makes a huge difference. I like consistency in my coffee, so I just buy the 1 gallon jugs at Walmart for 80 cents or whatever. I also started buying these bottles of this stuff just to drink. While I'm driving down the road, I'll grab a couple of these, have them sit there beside me, so when the coffee gets a little I'll grab one of these. So I've been drinking a lot more water and all that. All right, so that's what I've been drinking. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I guess chunk it. I'll throw the sugar away and put this off in a drawer somewhere, I guess. I don't know. But I'm not going to, I don't eat sugar anymore. I don't put it in sugar, sugar in my coffee. I don't put it in my sweet tea or any of that stuff. Okay, so what have I been eating? When I come back and I'm doing I won't eat all day. One of my, what they call a OMAD day, one meal a day. I won't really cook a meal, okay? I might grab a sandwich. Well, I don't really eat sandwiches anymore either. What I do is I'll grab ham, sliced ham and some cheese, and I'll wrap them up in a tortilla, okay? And it's like a ham and cheese wrap instead of white bread, sandwich bread. I'll wrap it up in this. I know that's carbs and everything, but still, the reason I have been using these for so long is this is not new. I've been using these for quite a while because they last a long time. They don't mold like the regular bread will mold in a few days. This will last quite a while. Just dawned on me. It's probably because it's got a lot of preservatives in it. I don't know. Oh, well, there's no perfect food, I don't think, and you're going to say, yeah, honey's perfect food. Well, honey is perfect food in a sugar form, okay? But anyway, So, I mean, you scratch your head like, what are you supposed to eat then? Well, I'll eat cheese still. That's still good for you for the keto diet. Sausage, I usually eat some kind of a summer sausage. This is Earl Campbell, the basketball player, summer sausage. I'll eat that. Some beef jerky, some walnuts. Now, remember a couple videos ago, or last video, I guess, I got sick. Well, this is the stuff I ate. I ate this stuff and had a stomach ache that night and woke me up and got feeling terrible. I don't know what it was. I've ate all this stuff again, since that video. I don't know. Maybe it had nothing to do with this. Maybe it was something that I ate. I don't know. I have no idea. I haven't had any more troubles with it. But anyway, beef jerky, any kind of nut, most nuts anyway, walnuts, pecans, things like that. I like to eat. There are certain nuts you don't want to eat. I don't really know what they are. You look at them, I do a search and find out the right kind of nuts to eat, the ones that have a lot of, the good fat versus bads and whatever. But what you're looking for is fat and protein. You're trying to get away from sugar and carbs and get into fat and protein. Well, protein and fat. Well, no, fat. Fat, protein, and a little bit of fat. Okay, so there's all that. Things like pickles, cabbage, olives. There's a whole list. Look up keto, foods for keto or whatever, snack foods for keto. Different kinds of things you can eat, and you'll find out. And these are kosher dills. They have, the sweet dills. I don't get them because they got a lot of sugar in them. Okay, and I like the taste of these. I like that bitter taste. All right, a while back, this is a year ago, or it's been a while, people were telling me, don't cook with virgin olive oil. Don't cook with this. When you get it up above 500 degrees, it turns bad for you. Okay, I did a little research, and I guess it's right. So I quit cooking with this. I went and bought this. It's coconut and avocado oil. Much higher burn point, or flash point, or not flash, but what's the word I'm looking for? Anyway, the point where it goes bad. This, you can cook a lot higher temperature and still not go bad for you. But since I've started cooking a lot of this stuff, I have switched over to, you got it, just plain old butter. And this is salted butter. Salted butter made with sweet cream. So, but anyway, we'll get back here. This is just plain old butter. So if I don't eat much breakfast anymore. That's one of my favorite meals is breakfast. Eggs and hash browns, and sausage and all that. I don't eat much breakfast anymore because I'm usually doing some kind of a fast through the first part of the day. I usually don't eat much until in the evening now. So, but there's those days when I do just eat normal, just eat regular food. And there's the butter for frying your eggs in and stuff like that. We're going to use this today. We're not going to use these. We're going to use the butter, and we're going to use rosemary and parsley and basil, and we're going to cook salmon. I bought this at Walmart. I buy everything at Walmart. One, it's easy for me to park a truck at Walmart. If I try to go to Whole Foods or something in a semi, oh my God, they'll freak out and tow you. So. What I did is bought, this is Great Value wild caught pink salmon, skin on fillets. Okay, somewhat expensive, but for all the more you eat of it, it's actually pretty good for you. Pretty decent. So we're gonna cook salmon. I'm gonna get two of them because one just doesn't look big enough. It's such a small piece. So I'm gonna cook two of them, and for a side dish. Also with all these, all this stuff, butter and all, I'm going to do the honey glazed. I know it's sugar. I want to get rid of this. I want to use it up and get rid of it. I hate to throw stuff away. I'll throw that sweet and low away, but all this stuff, I will eventually eat it and get rid of it. But I'm not going to buy any more of this stuff. Okay. So anyway, honey glazed salmon and asparagus. Remember I was talking about the pickles. The pickles and Brussels sprouts and cabbage, coleslaw, that kind of stuff. That's all good for you. in the keto type way. And then asparagus. Okay, I love asparagus. This is, my mom put me onto this. I was talking to her, saying, oh, you know, I got, you know, eat blah, 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 blah. And I said, asparagus. Oh, you know some of the best asparagus? I'm like, where's that? She goes down to Family Tree. Family Tree, yeah. Go to Family Tree, and they got these little jars of baby asparagus. Look how small that is. Okay, well, get focused here. Focus on it, not me. But see how small they are? You go down to the store, and their big old stalks are as big as your finger, and they're tough and woody, tasty. This is real soft and tender. Okay, and then I have some of this I want to get rid of. It's quinoa. It's supposed to be some wonder food. Quinoa and brown rice. I know, carbs, I know, but I want to get rid of it. I don't want to waste food. Okay, I'm going to eat it up and get rid of it and be done with it. I've got this one and one more, and I'm done. And then, you know, the packs of potatoes, Idaho, what do you call them? Idahoan russet. This is apple and bacon. You know, the powdered potatoes. I think I got about 3 packs of these. I'm going to use them up and then not buy anymore. So, all right. So with all that said, let's set things over here and let's get to cooking. Okay, we got a little chunk of butter on here. I got this butter in here. We're letting it melt down. And while that's melting down, I'm going to start putting some of my other ingredients in here. I don't know how much. I'm just going to put some in until I think it's about right. You know, cooking by the eye. All right, let's put this in here. I don't like this grinder. It ain't worth a darn. I'd rather it just be a regular lid, but it is what it is. Okay. Put some, come on, some script. Put some parsley in here. I don't know how much, just as much as it looked like it might work. Okay. And some basil. I'm just putting that in there for some flavor. I don't know. There's no recipe for it. Nobody told me to put it in there. Just I looked in my cabinet and saw all the different spices I had, and these are the ones that kind of come to mind, so that's what I'm putting in. How you like that kind of recipe? Cook what you think might taste good. So let's set them over there for now, and let's get this butter, honey in here. This honey is kind of crystallized in here, and I know you put it in water and warm it up and soften it up, but I think I can squeeze it out of here, hopefully. Well, why don't we just take the lid off, squirt it out this way. Come on. There we go. We get some honey out that way. How's that sound? Honey does taste good. I'm going to miss that. All right. Get this all kind of moved around here. Turn it down just a little bit. And what I'm doing is I'm putting this in here, and they said brown the butter. I forgot to do that. Started putting this stuff in, so I think it'll still brown with all this stuff in here. I'm going to cook it until it kind of browns up a little bit. Nope, nice and clear still. So let's just cook that up a little bit. Let it kind of work its magic, I guess. In the meantime, how I'm going to cook this and this just goes in the microwave. So I don't have to dirty up a jar or a pan and everything. It's just a glass jar with a metal lid. Take the metal lid off. All right. Take the metal lid off. I'm going to take a little juice out. And this here says just take the lid off like that. Come on. And we're just going to stick these in the microwave. All right, we got the butter kind of browned up, I think. Anyway, it's looking good. I don't know if it's right or not, but it's looking good. Got that. I put some tea on. And while I got the generator running, cooking and everything, I'm going to get some water warm here, hot water, and make some tea for later on this evening. I believe this looks about right. I think I'm going to go ahead and put the salmon in here. So with that, I got these in here now. I'm just going to constantly marinate them, or what do you call it, drizzle them, or whatever this is called. Pretty technical with my words, ain't I? Basting them. I'm just going to sit there and do this for a while and let them cook. Cooking's really easy, really, you know, if you think about it. I mean, it depends on what you cook, I guess. Things like this are super simple. I think I need to put these on a little bit longer. All right, so that's on. I don't know, I guess I can start putting things away and get a plate out ready to cook, ready to plate this all up. Okay, I think we're about ready. Let's pretty this up and make it look like 5-star restaurant style. I think what we'll do is put some rice down, make a bed of rice. It's about right. Then grab me my fork. Whew, that's too hot. Grab this. Pour the juices out. All right, let's get some of these asparagus spears in here. Lay them out kind of like that. A few more of them. Lay them out like that. I know you're not supposed to do that in the kitchen, right? So then, let's lay one of these right here. Lay that one right there. Ooh, that glaze tastes good. Put some more of that on there. There we are. So let's put these over here and eat them. I love bringing these videos to you. It's actually quite fun to do this kind of stuff. Gives me something to do besides just cook and eat. It's almost like I have a person here to talk to, even though you're not talking back. It feels like that. It's like I got company. So anyway, asparagus tastes good. Of course, the rice will taste good, I'm sure. It's like normal. Yeah. Quinoa is actually some pretty good stuff. I grew up, I'd never heard of that stuff. I think a lot of Americans probably had never heard of it either. But pull this apart, come on. I'm not a big fan of the skin. I'm gonna try to get that off of there. There we come. Come on, get off there. Ow, it's hot. So, that's good. That's very good. It's got the honey gives it the sweetness, of course. The different spices I put on there, that's a good combination. I like that. That is real good. Of course, I've ate salmon before up there in Alaska. That was some really good salmon there, fresh caught, you know. So this isn't quite as good as fresh caught. Still good. Better than the cheeseburger. So anyway, I'm going to finish eating this. Hope you enjoyed. Glad to have you back to a cooking show. And like I said, I'm still on the diet, but I'm going to slow down. I lost a lot of weight in a few short months, and for the next few months I'm not going to lose as much as quick. Okay, so I'm not going to be quite so drastic about it. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and hopefully the next video will be a trucking video, hopefully. And I won't talk about food and diet and fasting and all that, okay? This is 2 thumbs up. Ciao. Oh, agua.